From the National Pulse, an expose has been released regarding the China-U.S. Exchange Foundation, CUSES. Now, this was funded by the vice chairman of the Chinese Political Consultative Conference. This is a main Communist Party CCP organ in China. It was later identified as a component of the Chinese Communist Party's United Workfront, their information operations around the world. According to the U.S. government, this report aims to co-opt and neutralize sources of potential opposition to the policies and authorities of its ruling Chinese Communist Party and, quote, influence overseas Chinese communities, foreign governments, and other actors to take actions or adopt positions supportive of Beijing's preferred policies. The National Pulse discovered that the CCP was paying for national media key figures to come to China on familiarization trips. This included recruiting top journalists to travel to China, selected for their effectiveness and opportunities for favorable coverage. I think you'll recognize some of the names: the New York Times, the Atlantic, Huffington Post, Boston Globe, Boston Herald, Slate, Fox, NPR, CNBC, Newsweek, the LA Times, the Baltimore Sun, the Chicago Tribune, the Guardian, the New Yorker, the Financial Times, Foreign Policy, the Philadelphia Inquirer, New York Magazine, the Washington Post. The list goes on and on. In addition to this travel, many of the organizations also had paid dinners from the CCP. These often took place in New York, Washington, D.C., and Chicago, according to FARA filings. What isn't said in the filings is what was said on these trips and at these dinners and what the media companies offered in return. And another question is, why was the CCP inviting them again and again to these dinners and on multiple trips? After all, they said it was for favorable coverage. Were they receiving the favorable coverage that they wanted? One American News has never participated in one of these trips, and I have to imagine we don't plan to.